good morning. Welcome back. It's Wednesday and it's a sunny day, but it is a bit windy, so I went out and you could just hear the on my microphone. So I've come into the conservatory to do my intro. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Kirsten. I buy and sell vintage, antiques, collectibles, secondhand, anything that I think that I can sell online, on eBay, on my website, or in antique centres. And I generally vlog just about my life, what I get up to as a vintage seller, what we do at home, our life with 4 dogs, and a fairly big garden. We like gardening. So as I'm in the conservatory, which I say greenhouse because it's a bit like a greenhouse at the moment because it is seedling station, I thought I'd show you the state of play. My little shadow is here, aren't you, Dave? My little shadow, he's helping me wherever I go. So we've got a table in the middle here with lots of seedlings, and there's not a lot to see because all of these I've done in the last few days. So we've got calendula, zinnias, sweet peas, nasturtium, alyssum, salvia, cosmos, more salvias, echinacea, gazanias, and then there's a few that Darren have done. Darren's done veggies and stuff. Globos, he's not having a lot of luck with his onions. And then there's more here. And what's that? Echinacea pink. And then some more on the other windowsill. So I think I've probably done enough flower seeds for the time being. Darren's got some that he needs to do, veggies and stuff. But as far as flower seeds go, I'm going to leave it for a few weeks. What do you think, Dave? Fascinating. The conservatory is also a bit of a stock room for stock. It's where we store things that are on eBay, all things around there, as is our lounge, to be fair. You can see all the ornaments, most of those are on eBay, as are most of the pictures. I realise I'm going to whiz around too fast and make you feel dizzy. Some of them are ours, but a lot of these are listed on eBay. Monday. So Monday we went to the auction viewing, and there wasn't as much there as there is sometimes that I wanted to bid on. And some things you just know are going to go out of your price range. So we knew that we weren't going to get a lot this time. But we did spend quite a bit of time, as you always do, researching, putting in bids, blah, blah, blah. And you end up with, how many? 3. I think we got 3 lots. No, 4 lots. We got a job lot of like china, which I will split up and put onto eBay. I can't even remember what it was, but yeah, we'll do that with that. We got 2 lots of prints. Some really nice, do you know what, I didn't look that closely at them, but I think they're either Chinese, because there was quite a lot of Chinese sort of Asian stuff, or they were Indian. Really nice, 4 biggish prints, so they'll probably go to the booth. And then there were some smaller ones in a job lot, and then 1 lot of sort of wooden African things, which I think we're going to wait and see when we've got it in our hands to see whether we're going to do that on eBay or take it to the booth. But yeah, so we got 4 lots. So Darren's going to pick those up tomorrow. He's busy doing a bit of listing at the moment. He's sorting through things. When we were in Louth for the viewing, we went round the charity shops quickly. The only thing I picked up were these, but they are rather nice. 2 studio pottery mugs. They're in a dark blue, and then they've got these I think they're stars that have just sort of been roughly printed on. You can sort of make out more of a star in that one. Really, really nice pair. The potter is a Geoffrey Healy from Ireland. And I had a look on eBay, and there isn't a great deal on eBay. A lot of the stuff seems to be in America. So I wonder whether he exported to America or whether a lot of people who are visiting would take it back. I don't know, but it's really nice. Lovely blue. Reminds me of that sort of Denby blue stoneware. But I'll put those on my website as a pair. It's always nice to have two, isn't it? So I've got pack orders this morning and take them out. I'll show you what I'm packing. I've also got to say thank you to Marion and Lisa for ordering from my website. Really do appreciate it. That's in amongst the stuff that I'm going to pack today and take to drop off this morning. Going to help? I've got this big dog bed, no dogs on it. Don't know where the others are. Benji likes to find the sunny spot, so he's in the kitchen where the sun's coming into through the big windows. Right, one big stack of books that we sell just as sort of display books, so they're just a big stack. I think we get generally about 15 quid for a big stack of books like that. A whole load of railway magazines, really old ones. What's that from? 1958, similar sort of dates. So all of those are going out. Talking Heads CD, The Islamic Challenge, The Secret State. I told you before, my husband buys a lot of ex-military library books and sells them on eBay. I've got this Chinese plate, I think, bowl even, and then these cups and saucers, Royal Doulton. Very autumnal look about them, but anyway, those are going out. And apparently this, I didn't know we'd sold this, little seagull, Torquay. This is also similar to my serpentine stone stuff. I've just finished packing all my parcels. It's about 10:30. Sounds like it's howling with wind outside. I don't know how many of you are resellers, but how often, if you are, do you look up an address? You know, like when it comes up on eBay and it says an address and you think, oh, that looks interesting. I do that every now and again. This morning we're sending some books to a castle, a proper castle in Scotland. That's exciting, isn't it? I had to have a little look, Google it to see where it is. Looks lovely. Yeah, I do that when it looks interesting, or two, it's a place that I've never heard of and I'm thinking, I'm 53 years old. How have I never heard of this town? I'll look it up just to see. And then I've forgotten again. It'll have gone again. Anyway, I've looked. I've taken an interest, but it's gone again. So I'm going to take the parcels. What do I need to remember to do? Here's my list. Pack parcels. I can cross that off now. Oh yeah, yesterday I planted out the remainder of those bulbs that you sent, Roy. Thank you so much. Will you remind me what your wife's name is, please? Because I want to say thank you to both of you. And because Roy comes up in my comments, I remember Roy, but I don't remember your wife's name. So if you let me know, I will write it down. But thank you so much. So hopefully they will take, as long as I've planted them out here in my front section. So as long as they don't get dug up by rabbits, fingers crossed. The little, what are they called? Grape hyacinths, that's it. They're all starting to come out with flower now at the front there. So with those and the little daffodils and the primroses, it's looking quite sweet. And my little violas are doing quite well in that front box as well. Won't be long and we'll be properly getting out there and planting things soon. I just get too eager this time of year and just want to get on with it, but it's still a bit too cold for anything to really happen. I've also got to say a really big thank you to Lindsay, the Twee Garden on YouTube and Instagram. Lindsay is a new member on my channel, so thank you so much for your support. It really does mean a lot. Members get to see the videos a day early, so that means that they get a chance to look at what I'm putting on my website a day early and also support me, which is great and very much appreciated. Okay, let's get the car packed up and get these parcels off. I'll see you later, Ed. See you later. See you later, Dave. See you later, Benji. A bit put out because Left him behind, he's screeching. Remember to put these in my car. Picked them up at Aldi the other day. Rhubarb custard. Sugar-free, I think. Veggie friendly. Sugar-free, yeah, sugar-free. I've been having these in my car. Sherbet lemons, they're really nice. I thought I'd have a change. It's like blowing a gale out there. So, parcels are dropped off. The sun's shining, but it's freezing cold. We've switched the heating off because, well, our heating is run off oil. A lot of places in Lincolnshire aren't connected to mains gas, so we've got an oil tank that we fill up for our heating. And obviously with everything going on in the world, the price has just gone, well, somebody told me the other day it tripled. We haven't looked, but we know it's gone up considerably. So we switched the heating off and we're just putting it on every now and again when we need it. And this house is quite warm, but you do feel the difference when you don't have it on at all. So yeah, back to putting thermals on again, and hopefully cups of tea and stuff like that will keep warm. We've been using like the electric heater in the lounge in the evening, sort of shutting the door and putting the electric heater on rather than having the whole house heated up. But yes, it's a reminder of what it was like when we were younger. I remember when I was like sort of 10, 11-ish at my mum and dad's house, putting cling film on the window to try and keep it warm because it didn't have any double glazing, and loads of blankets and all that sort of thing. But yeah, I don't enjoy that. I like a nice warm house, but needs must and all that. What else was I going to remember? Oh, regarding reselling, if you're a reseller, we watched Em's Den the other day, and they were talking about sales on eBay, and they said that they didn't use promoted listings for the first, I don't know, 2 weeks, I think they said. They put things onto eBay without promoted listings for 2 weeks, and if they didn't sell them, they would add promoted listings. And we thought that's a very good idea. So that's something we've started doing as well. So thank you to Paula Marie for that top tip, and I'm passing it on to all of you as well. And we also watched theirs last night where they set up their booth at an antique centre. It looks great. So I'll put another link to Em's Den in my description box if you want to go over and have a look. And then what else? Oh, I was going to tell you about my mad dreams that I had last night, or the early hours of this morning. It was back to when I was like 18, living at home with mum and dad. And for some reason I was studying fashion, which is hilarious if you know me. Yeah, and I was putting on a fashion show with another girl that was on the same course, and she was horrible, and I was having to do it with her, and everybody was like, oh, it's going to be awful, you've got her, she's really hard work. And I was like, nah, I'll be fine. And then the second part of the dream, I was looking after my mum and dad's baby. I was 18, they had a baby, and I was looking after my mum and dad's baby. I was the youngest of 3 children. Yeah, and my dad was getting really annoyed because I'd made a mess with all the baby stuff, you know, bizarre. Right, I'm going to make some lunch and then think about what's next. I've got a few little books to list, but that's about it. I made the mistake of sitting down in the conservatory after we had lunch, watched a little bit of YouTube, and then I sat down in the conservatory and it was so lovely and toasty warm in there. And I just wanted to sit there forever, but I need to get some things done. So I've got some books that Darren had, you know, his political library, ex-library books, and some other bits and bobs that I'm going to see if they're worth listing. They might not be worth listing. But that's all I've got, really. I really need some more stock. Car boots start end of March, well, the big one anyway. I did see there's a jumble sale on Saturday, which I might go to. We've got the stuff from the auction to pick up. Darren's probably going to get that tomorrow, so hopefully that. Then there's my Burgh antique centre. I've got those shelves which I'll be emptying out. I'm probably going to empty them next week because the week after we're really busy. It's getting towards the end of the month, so I might empty those out next week. So that'll give me a bit of stock, just to keep us going, really. Darren keeps telling me not to panic. Don't panic, we haven't got any stock. The thing is, in the summer, we're at our busiest because obviously the garden is the most productive and the most busy. So we're busiest in the garden. We have all the car boots to go to, so we're busy with that. And then because we've got more car boots, we've got more stock, we're busier with that, and we're getting the antique booth tends to be busier as well, so you're busy. So everything sort of happens in the summer. And I do work 7 days a week, but at the moment I feel like I've been really slacking. But maybe I haven't, maybe it's just a normal amount of work. I'm just trying to do some work at my computer. I've got dogs keeping me company. Got Edward down here. But then can you see Dave's made himself comfy on the box, ready for the boots, because he wants to be in the sun. Maybe I'll move the bed into the sun. There we go. I've moved Ed into the sun. Is that nice? Are you a good boy? Yeah. It is 3 o'clock and Darren's put the chicken in. We're having a roast chicken later. Very much looking forward to that. The sun's come round to my office, so it's starting to warm my office up. But I haven't really got anything else to tell you today. I'm going to sit and do some doodling, I think. But thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed my gentle vlog. My vlogs are gentle. I don't go into politics or anything that could be too controversial. It's just about life, bumbling along, bit of garden, bit of dogs, bit of buying and selling. If you enjoy that kind of thing, then please do subscribe. It costs you nothing and really does help me. And if you could leave me a thumbs up and a comment, or even a hype, whatever that does, we have no idea, but you know, occasionally it gives you the option to do that. Really appreciate it. And if you want to see more of the garden and what Darren gets up to with the dogs, then please go over and subscribe and watch Gardening with Dogs. I think that's everything. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon.